Here are your teacher training DVDs for Living Tefillah. There are 4 DVDs and it covers an enormous amount of information. Much of it is actually in the written manual, but if you're better with audio and video, you're going to get a lot from this. This covers, in 4 DVDs, it will cover the hashkafa and chinuch. It will teach you the actual meaning of the Hebrew words avodah shebelev, which literally means discipline of the mind. It will cover the context of davening, which is actually in the second paragraph of Kriyat Shema, where we're first told, love Hashem, and then serve Him with all your thoughts, which our sages tell us, Ezehu avodah shebelev, hu hatfila. What is called service of the lev, which means mind, heart, and that is tefillah. So all this is explained in these DVDs. Beyond that, we go into the 6 building blocks of tefillah. We cover every single step that a child needs to go through in order that their davening is meaningful and therefore it's alive. Thus, living tefillah. So one of the aspects that we cover also in detail are the 5 goals of davening, 5 goals of tefillah. Number 1, it's hodah, gratitude. That is the essence of a Jew. We're here to be grateful. We're grateful that Hashem chose us to live His Torah and tefillah, His Torah and mitzvahs. We are also, number 2, praising Hashem for the glorious perfection in creation that He's given to us. And then number 3 is bakashas. That's requests. However, there are 2 other goals. One of them is to come to the realization of how much I love you, Hashem, for all that you do for me. And that's what constant or frequent, consistent thank yous and praise and requests are meant to bring us to a conclusion that, wow, I love you so much, thank you, Hashem. And the last goal, which we cover in detail, is the ultimate realization that, Hashem, if you're doing all this for me and mankind, oh my gosh, you must love me so much. That's the background. We also go into the specifics of the building blocks of davening, which includes the children have to read accurately and fluently. What's that about? And that covers already, that's an overlap with Lashon Torah. That's building block number 1, language acquisition. Then we go into reading accuracy and fluency. Yes, a child who cannot read accurately and fluently has a much less of a chance of having a career in davening not being sabotaged by the fact that he can't read accurately or fluently. Then we also go into the importance of the child understanding what he's saying. So we cover the most frequently used words in davening, like Baruch and Atah. What does Elokeinu mean? What does Yud Kei Vav Kei? What does Asher Kiddishanu mean? All this is covered in this DVD with graphics, and it's really professionally filmed and edited. It's something that's, I would say, partially it's a chizuk to parents and teachers as well to improve our davening so that we are inspired in teaching our children living tefillah. This also goes into a lot of other areas, just to remind myself, thank you, and that is we cover messages of davening so that instead of just the translation, which is almost like one of the last things we get to, one of the most important things is actually to help the children understand, what is the basic message behind Al Netilat Yadayim, Pukeach Ivrim, Zaykef Kifufim, Baruch She'ama, Ashrei, the first bracha, second bracha, third bracha of Shmon Esrei, etc. So we've created 1-line messages in English, which are not translations, they are just meaningful messages that come out of each area of davening. Thank you, Hashem, for my eyes, Pukeach Ivrim. Thank you, Hashem, for my hands, Al Netilat Yadayim. Thank you, Hashem, for water. Oh, thank you, Hashem, for my spine, Zoikef Kifufim. And we go into detail, what does that mean? Well, without my spine, what will I be missing? Nervous system? It's holding your entire skeleton together. Oh, your skeleton is holding your body, your sinews, your muscles, and therefore keeping all your organs in place, and your skin is on the outside. So we talk about each bracha in a way that once we appreciate the godless Habayra, the greatness of Hashem in that part of the body, our tefillah takes on a new meaning. We talk about Malbish Aramim, thank you for my clothes. What does that mean? Thank Hashem for the wool that comes from grass and air, oxygen, sunlight and sunshine, and ends up on the skin of a sheep, but we end up actually benefiting from woolen jackets and woolen clothing, all thanks to all those items. So what we're really doing is helping children appreciate that the purpose of davening is to have a relationship with the Kadosh Baruch Hu, where we understand what we're saying thank you for and what we're praising Him for. And the more it ingrains in us, we know what we're thanking you and praising you for, the bigger God is. And the bigger God is, the bigger is your question of what you ask Hashem to deliver to you. Because He's so big, you can ask anything. So it's actually all three parts, Hodah, Shvach, and Bakasha, are self-feeding. So these are parts of what you're going to find on these 4 DVDs. Enjoy.